What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Breaking News. Millions get the $10,000 targeted EIDL advance invite and 24 months of working capital email. It is Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, April the 7th, 2021. I'm thinking you're going to want to give this video a thumbs up. Hashtag EIDL in the comments below. And don't forget, you must follow me, and over 400 of you did in the last 24 hours on Twitter at Try Small Biz. That's Try Small Biz. Our username is Small Biz Incorporated. Ladies and gentlemen, a week ago today, I used to get 1 or 2 DMs on Twitter. Now I get 25 or 30. So I'm going to give you some breaking news that you have not heard anywhere else, including Max Maher's source, and I love the guy. So pull up a chair, grab a water, hot cup of coffee, or ice cold beer. Ladies and gentlemen, as I was tweeting back and forth with Miss Isabel Guzman and the fine folks at the SBA, today is National Beer Day. So raise your glass, your bottle of beer, whatever it is that you're drinking. I want to do a toast to Miss Isabel Guzman, the new head of the SBA, who's doing a tremendous job. The hardworking folks that are putting in 10, 11, 12 hours a day. Did I just hear that they've already approved 25,000 people for the 24 months of working capital? What? And a number 10 times that amount since 1 o'clock this afternoon? What? You're not hearing that anywhere else. So here's to the SBA, Miss Isabel Guzman, and over 100,000 small biz owners around the world on YouTube, LinkedIn, and now Twitter at Try Small Biz. I salute you, your business, and of course your family. Cheers. First beer to all the snowflakes already giving me a thumbs down. First beer, stone cold sober. So look, ladies and gentlemen, should you fill out the targeted EIDL advance application if you're in a low income community, or in a middle or high income community? The answer is yes. Should you go ahead and apply for the 24 months of working capital if you're among the 56% that have not gotten the email yet? The answer is yes. Why is it good for us if up to 5 million people that we represent, namely small business owners in this country, why is it good, Jason, if they get rejected in the next few weeks for the targeted EIDL advance because they live in a middle or high income community? Why is that good for us? I'm going to explain all that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, by the way, is it true that James Rivera, a man who I've mentioned many times, who has told us that over 9 million people applied for the targeted EIDL, actually the regular EIDL advance and or loan last year, 5.7 million got a grant, 3.7 million got a loan. Is it true that last Thursday or Friday, he was given a project, 30 days to come up with a way how we can get the loan caps up to $2 million and still not run out of money by this time in June? Ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. That's worth another swig of this beer. Max Maher has his source. I have my sources. I'm telling you guys right now. By the way, we have a fintech company pitching us now that we're Small Biz Inc. that will provide loans up to $5 million with rates as low as 5.99%. $5 million loans. What the SBA is at $500,000 cap, now at 375. I don't know. $5 million at 599. If you got credit scores north of, 675, I think. Folks, Small Biz Inc. not only going to turn into a mobile app, and I'm going to help you grow your business like you wouldn't believe, but we're going to have access to all sorts of grants and millions of dollars of funding at 5.5%, 6.5%. So if you're among the snowflakes and they're out there all over the place trying to bring people down, you need to go somewhere else. Because if I see you disparaging me or anybody else, you're going to get blocked. I've already blocked 500. I'm going to block 5,000 more by the time this time next year. So I've had enough of the snowflakes, but not enough of this beer. All right, Max Maher, love the guy. Salt of the earth, cares about his people. He's got one source. You must remember this. The source knows that Max is reading his or her email to the entire world. So you're getting the plain vanilla, politically correct version of what the SBA contact wants you to know. And last night, the contact tried to say, based on what I told you weeks ago, and that was everyone was going to get an email. You remember I said call the SBA 3-4 weeks ago. 800-659-2955. Ask them if you're in a low-income community, and if you're not, is everybody going to get an email? And 3/4 of the agents, God bless them all, said, yeah, as a matter of fact, everyone is going to get an email. So I told you this almost a month ago. Oh, he's lying. He's not telling the truth. Well, guess what? Now Max's source, in fact, confirms that, yeah, everybody's going to get an email. But you know what the reason why is? The SBA wants to make sure that if you move from a middle to a low-income community in the last several months, that you still have access to the targeted EIDL advance for low-income communities. Folks, put your thinking cap on for a second, would you? James Rivera, the guy who's working on a project to get the loan caps up to $2 million within the next 3 weeks, told us last year 9 million people applied. 5.7 million got a grant, 3.7 million got a loan, average size $65,000. Do you think they're honestly going to risk pissing off 5 million that are in middle to high by denying or declining them on the $10,000 targeted advance just to reach a couple 100,000 people that might have moved? Folks, when people move, they go from low to middle. They don't go from middle when they're looking for money for their business to low income. No offense to the folks who are there. They would have just released a press release through the SBA newsroom. So I'm sorry, Max, and your source that I respect. That is not the fucking truth as to what's going on. The SBA, as I said yesterday, number one, and you haven't heard this anywhere, they're trying to avoid a discrimination lawsuit. Here's why. There's a possibility in the next few months that the SBA is going to get sued along with the federal government for discrimination against violating the intent of the CARES Act, which was to get everybody 10 grand regardless of size or location, right? Well, they initiated this whole low-income community bullshit that came as a result of Nancy Pelosi. Don't get me started with the HEROES Act. Look, it's nothing more than pandering. So the SBA is not sending 9 million emails, which has been confirmed. I told you this a month ago, justifying the couple 100,000 people that might have moved. When you get a second, go ahead and Google percent of Americans that move every year. Every year. Answer, 13%. Then Google percent that move from middle to low income community. Less than 2. So we're talking about a couple 100,000 people versus 5 million that are going to be furious and ready to sue based on discrimination. Not to mention, by the way, all the apps that are getting screwed up through human error. I've looked at applications myself that went down as far as 70%, declined. For insufficient economic loss? I don't think so. One way the SBA can get out of the discrimination suit is to say, we emailed everybody. It's not us that wrote the law. We wrote everybody. But more importantly, as I said yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, it's National Beer Day. Welcome to a channel that you're probably wondering, who the fuck is this guy? This guy is the guy that's going to get you 10 grand of the balance thereof. Those caps are going back to $2 million, aren't they, James Rivera? We're going to get you 24 months of working capital. In fact, they already approved 25,000 and 250,000 are in progress as we speak. And yes, before the payments are due this time next year, the EIDL will be either partially or totally wiped out, forgiven, so you don't pay the SBA a dime as long as you have at least a 30% economic loss and let's say fewer than 300 employees. So I'm telling you right now, look, listen to me. They're cleaning up the database. 3 things are going to happen. 1 of 3, excuse me. Isabel's going to use her discretion, as in the pinned comment when Jackie Rosen in her letter told her, you don't need us to pass S513. Use your discretion right now to get rid of the low income requirement and give 10 grand regardless of size or location. Well, Miss Isabel Guzman, who I absolutely adore, she said, well, I'm going to give him 24 months. We asked for 6 along with the other channels. She gave us another 18 months of capital. And in less than 24 hours, if this is confirmed, tomorrow, Miss Isabel Guzman, I'll give you Friday, but tomorrow, I prefer hearing from you tomorrow. That's way faster than we anticipated. Even though the email that I'm going to read to you in a second says it could take weeks, they're just preparing for millions of people that are going to apply. And some applications are going to be screwed up either by credit score or they've never applied. So here's the deal. They are verifying the database now. They are avoiding a discrimination lawsuit by sending it out to everybody. Just think about this for a second. You think the SBA, if you don't fill out the form, and I encourage you to fill out the form regardless of where you live for the targeted EIDL advance, you think they're going to call you up as they're doing right now in a couple of weeks or month and say, hey, Joe, Listen, we sent you an email and you didn't seem to fill that out. We'd like to send you $10,000 by wire. No. One way they're going to have more money to send out to everybody is anybody that didn't fill out the fucking form's not going to get the $10,000. So they're verifying who's real, who's still in business, who's legitimate. Is your information correct, so that when we do reach out and say, what are your last four digits of your social, and can you send us a copy of your driver's license like they do with the targeted EIDL advance, they can send the money out, I don't know, before Memorial Day weekend, like I said. So whether it's discretion, the EIDL for Small Business Act, known as S513, or President Biden, Mr. Middle Class himself, had to choke on what he was saying a few minutes ago. Joe, you got 5 million small business owners in middle income communities that so far are getting the big fuck you with respect to the $10,000 grant. So maybe you can come over the top as one of 3 options to get everybody who's watching me and millions more what they were promised in the CARES Act. I have polls. Go to the community link on YouTube. I have pinned everything. Copy of my targeted EIDL advance, which I filled out this morning. Very easy. By the way, you do not get a confirmation when you fill out the targeted EIDL advance. There's no email that comes back and says, thanks for filling that out. But it's very easy to do. Take your bank statements, write in your business sales only, no PPP, no unemployment, no side hustle projects. Only income receipts or sales directly related to the name of the business that's on your SBA portal account. But a copy of my email's in there. I just whited out the last few digits of my account number. There's a copy of the email for the 24 months of working capital. I'll read very quickly. Oh, by the way, it's hot. It's very hot. It's 80 some odd degrees. So if I look like I'm sweating and got some sun, I've been outside. It's a beautiful day. You can see all it there. You're going to find that 46% have gotten the targeted EIDL advance email, and 47% as of this morning have gotten the 24 months of working capital. But don't wait for either. If you get a targeted EIDL advance for the 10 Gs, and you're a middle or high income community, you fill the damn thing out. You let the SBA tell you in the next few weeks that you're declined. The more declines, the better. Whether it's a discrimination lawsuit or it's more pressure to get an executive order from Biden or S513 through the Senate and then the House through Jackie Rosen, it's going to happen one of 3 ways by Memorial Day weekend. So what you have to do with respect, again, it's the community link. I know I'm all over the place. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. I've been fighting a year on your behalf. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is fucking happening. Not as fast as the snowflakes want, but it's all happening. And when we get this business launched and we get $5 million loans for some of our larger, let's say, restaurants at slightly higher than rates the SBA is going to get, we're going to look back on this fucking nightmare and think, wow, it's a good thing we sucked it up. We complained a little bit. We felt like giving up a few times. But holy shit, try smallbiz.net, I own .net, but .com, Small Business Incorporated. Back on track, Jason. All right. It's pinned in the community, the copy of the email. The email address, by the way, don't click the link because it puts a plus sign. That's why some of you are getting rejected. Write the email address. Again, it'll be pinned in the community wall. It's COVID EIDL increase requests at SBA.gov. COVID EIDL increase requests at SBA.gov. In the subject line, you put EIDL increase request for your 10-digit application number. By the way, you also need another number. Stay tuned for that. In the body of the email, you want to include your current loan number. So there's a loan number and an app number. I'll explain how to get to that in a second. Ryder over at Skip did a good job last night. Your business name, your business address, who the business owner is. Make sure it's an exact match between what you have on your business checking account and your application with the SBA, and your phone number. How you find your loan number, app number goes in the subject line. Loan number, go to your SBA portal, so it's COVID-19 relief 1.sba.gov. It's your portal account. When you sign in, they logged me out. Don't make me They have this new 2-stage authentication. So you have to get a fucking password. I'm not going to go through all that. But scroll down to the bottom. There's 3 links once you get in the portal account. Click that. It's gonna pull you up to your closing documents link. In the upper left-hand corner, it says SBA loan number. Mine starts with 1508, and on the right-hand side, it's your app number. So in the subject line of your email to the address I just read, it's your app number, but you also have a loan number. Again, log into your portal account, go to the bottom link. There's 3 links. I'm not gonna wait for the authentication thing. Click that, and then you wanna go into your loan authorization and agreement link. And on the upper left-hand side is your SBA loan sign. So it's very easy. I did mine at 4 o'clock this morning. So look, it's first come, first serve with respect to the 24 months of working capital. And as I said, pinned on the Twitter comment about an hour ago, there's unconfirmed reports. There's a couple of accounting firms. There's a lot of Reddit noise. Some people have shared screenshots where it shows that their account or their application for 24 months is in progress. We're hearing 25,000 have already been approved. And as I said yesterday, this is going to be a modified reconsideration. If you watch yesterday's video, exactly what I fucking said is happening right now. This is a shortened version of a reconsideration. If you've ever done a reconsideration, it's pdcrecons@sba.gov or pdc.reconsideration@sba.gov. I helped over 300 people win reconsideration for denial and a couple for increase. This is a reconsideration or a modified reconsideration for increase. You follow the directions. It's very simple. You send in the email, nothing happens. So you don't get a bounce back when you apply for the targeted EIDL advance, and you don't get a bounce back, and it tells you that in the fine print when your email goes through at the address I read to you. Again, it's pinned. This is so important if you made it this far. Only about 30% did. Don't send more than 1 email. The reason why so many people are frustrated, I've been in reconsideration for 8 months. That's because they keep sending emails. It starts it all over again. They tell you that in the fine print. You send 1 email and then you sit back and wait. And if it is true, like I just told you, if it is true, Isabel, come on out tomorrow. I heard tomorrow or Monday morning, come on out and say, what a way to go into the weekend, right? We have great news. We launched the 24 months. We've approved 25, 50,000 at that point. Another 500,000 or more are in progress. It would really settle down the masses, wouldn't it? You got low-income community folks, some in middle that are getting 10 grand of targeted EIDL advance paid. Again, 46% have gotten an email in both the targeted EIDL advance and in the 24 months of working capital. But don't wait to apply. Whether you're in middle or high, go after the targeted EIDL advance. They're halfway through. So if I had to guess, it's going to take another 2 or 3 weeks to get through 9 million people. Everyone's getting the application. You want to fill it out. There's no way they're going to give it to you if it's Isabel's discretion, Jackie's bill, or Biden's executive order, unless you fill the damn thing out. This is their way of cleansing the database and avoiding a discrimination lawsuit. It's not to find a couple 100,000 fucking people that might have gone from middle to low income, my ass. That's the politically correct answer. So look, ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm probably all over the map. I'm working my ass off on your behalf. I've got a business that I'm running, actually launching another. I'm running at both ends. But you have to trust me on this. I know most of you do, a couple percent never will trust anything that I say, and that's okay. It's the way it is. But you have to trust me. I have multiple sources, and when we launched this Small Biz Inc., it exploded. It's almost like they took me seriously. I've been here for 12 months. But all of a sudden, because I'm the CEO of Small Biz Inc., this guy must be the real deal. So I have staff people, I have Congress people retweeting my shit. Are you watching this? At Try Small Biz on Twitter, follow me. You hit the heart, the little box in the center, that's the retweet. It turns green when you do it, and then share a comment in the quote section. But everything we've been fighting for with a handful of other channels, Speak and See, Stephen Carlson, Rod Squad, Dan over at Allegedly, Aubrey Janik, Mr. Purple Power. I know I'm going to even meet Kevin, guys, all of us, Andrew Cartwright, Ryder over at Skip, who puts out tremendous videos, and Max Maher, of course. It's all happening. The 24 months of working capital is far in excess of what we asked for. And if this is true that they're actually approving the clean applications, like I said yesterday, if you applied for a loan, you got a 570 score, and no, I don't know if they're going to change that number, you're going to sail right through. We're being told no 4506 fuck-ups with the IRS, no reapplication. The only people that are going to be forced into a regular reconsideration, not the modified I mentioned yesterday, that is in fact happening, are those that have never applied, but they registered before the December 27 cutoff. Or there's a problem. They smell fraud. You're in a sector like real estate that seems to have a problem. Those are the only people that we're being told are going to be slowed down. So if it's true that they're being approved, when I got my loan, it was 4 days last year when I got the money. The money payouts with respect to the loan are much faster than the grant. Many of you that got approved on the EIDL advance 3-4 weeks ago haven't got your money. People that get funded on loans get money within as little as 48 hours to no more than a week. So we may start seeing deposits hit early next week, and that's really going to lift the morale. So until next time, look, I wish there was a way I could get these done in less than 20 minutes, but you just need to trust me. Everything is happening. We're going to get everyone the 10 grand. If you're in low income, it's going to be 15 G's in terms of 10 plus 5 in the grants. Most of you are going to have no problem getting 24 months of working capital rather quickly, and yes, the caps are going back to $2 million, right, James Rivera, in the next 3 weeks. And I will not rest, I promise you, until I get this fucking loan forgiven. There will be some ties related to economic loss. And then once we launch this website, and you're going to be able to create a profile at Try Small Biz, which will turn into an app before the fall, I'm going to turn some of you into millionaires. And some of you that are barely scraping by right now are going to look back on this day and say, you know what? It was National Beer Day. He was loud. He was all over the place. It was over fucking 20 minutes long. I couldn't understand a word he said half the time, but this guy loves us. He cares about us, and he's going to make some of us that are willing to invest a little bit of time and money filthy fucking rich. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, from an ice cold shock top in Atlanta, Georgia, always remember, I love each and every single one of you. And thanks for watching.